You guys, if you are jamming with this song, I want you to go stream it, okay? The link is found in the description box, by the way. Just saying. Hey, hi. Happy Friday, you guys. If I didn't already say so earlier on the live, if we didn't already meet earlier today, hello, hey, hi. Happy Friday. And for those returning, mwah, either way, much love and light, you guys. I feel amazing. I hope you feel amazing. And most importantly, I hope you know you are amazing, okay? Because that's really factual. Just saying. Love and light, eat me. So we have a pick a pile message, you guys. And I have this petrified wood, okay, um, as the indicator for pile number one, which is already kind of like splayed out, filleted out, and ready to go, as it were. But we're going to do pile number two tonight as well, because I have another message. And for those wondering, I can't show the first box, just saying. No, it's not sexy tarot, you guys, but other stuff, all right? But pile number two, again, referable to the blue agate cupcake indicator, is actually the tarot of opposition. Okay, you guys? All right, so pile number one's tarot, for anyone wondering, it's more like top spelled backwards, right? And so there's that. Really can't show most of the cards because of, but I swear, okay, the message stands. All right, I'm looking at the Judgment card. It's leading to the Three of Pentacles, interestingly enough. All right. Um, there could be some significance to really needing to ground here. I'm also looking at like yin yang energy, so I don't know if this is referable to one person and simply and solely one person in this connectionship, relationship, situationship, as it were, or not. Take what resonates with that one, because I'm looking at the Queen of Cups. Okay, cannot show this picture. Um, and this is telling me that somebody really was hemming and hawing, referable to whether or not they actually wanted to continue to advance with this queen. All right, somebody called Judgment to work together ultimately. All right, but there was some hesitancy, and or this is something currently going on. All right, hold on one second, because I want to make sure I didn't. Yeah, that's for pile number two. Maybe there was some synchronicity to that. You guys, I almost screwed up the piles and like meshed them in some aspect, right? And I don't want to let the cat out of the bag, because we're nowhere near pile number two right now, right? Just saying, right? But that could be some synchronicity referable to energies connecting to more than one pile tonight, you guys. So it's okay if you were drawn to, both of these perhaps, and or both of the tarot decks. Take what resonates for sure. Um, but yeah, this ends well though, okay? This ends literally in victory. So if that wasn't palatable enough to keep you like, hope filled and stuff, and we're gonna get into more specifics. Um, oh, I thought I could show that. I can't even show that one. Okay, hold on. Again, with the victory, with the success, depending on how it's more aptly stated, okay, does come the Ten of Cups energy, which is really talking about wish fulfillment, satisfaction, happiness, and joy, right? And usually between two or more people. So there's that. Now, I do see some significance to the LGBTQ plus community. All right. And bear with me here. Let's see. So, upon closer look, what's actually going on here, referable to this judgment, is initially, it seems two people definitely are formally connected. Okay, this is, maybe you're not married, but like you know each other, you lay claim to each other, you dated, you've broken bread, etc. Love and light, Devin. Um, and the situation is that I don't know if this is a mother-in-law. Okay, take what resonates, but here's the card indicator for same. All right. I didn't call her a hag. That's the card. No, let me stop. But maybe there's some significance to a situation where it's like, okay, listen, we were getting ready to make this large purchase. We were getting ready to, maybe even have a honeymoon. We were getting ready to, sail away into, wherever, right? Vacation vibes, luxury lifestyle type of ish. However, mommy dearest perhaps needs assistance, a place to stay, a supervisor, right? And you guys, that type of stuff is par for the course. As you age, so too are the parental figures, um, if they're still around, right? So, uh, somebody here, and I don't want to say it was a collective member, take what resonates, but ultimately the sentiment was like, I want to be alone right now. Okay, there was some lack of meeting of the minds, and this is also clearly indicated from the judgment card, which I can't show you. Dang. All right. Oh my God, the world card on the other side of it, and leading to the ace. All right, this makes sense. Okay, again, it ends well, right? But this is not easy decision. There's a lot of clarity that is intended to be sought after, and of course, garnered, right? But also simultaneously, especially because we've got double the energy, there is clarity that is being afforded unto you, and or your person, okay, depending on how tapped in they are. All right, because I get that this is quite burdensome energy, even the potentiality of separation, even the fact that you guys just couldn't, you know, maybe it was an ego hit in and of itself because you guys couldn't even just get on the same page initially, right? It's like, oh, are we that couple now, kind of thing, right? Whether you're married officially or not here. And some of you maybe were on your way to get married and now you've got other things to plan for. And maybe quite literally, like estate planning and things also comes to mind here. All right. And again, it ends well, but I feel like the reason why this is coming out, especially because let's be honest, this isn't for everyone in the collective, all right, referable to this kind of message. But this seems to be very, very pressing. This seems to be almost like maybe even the hag, as it were, mommy dearest, mother-in-law, take what resonates here, is also quite antagonistic. Maybe they are still able to be outspoken enough to be really just not helping, if that makes sense, right? It's like, okay, we're already dealing with this, and then like your words and your expectation in the matter is just really off-putting, right? It's not the vibes. And you guys, the faster that you and or this person really get to that point, and I do see the possibility here, right? So we're talking about it, the faster you can kind of get to a resolution where like all involved, inclusive of mommy dearest, as it were, right, is really riding out the last days, and really no pun intended here, because I do see in the cards, I don't know that this person is actually going to stay on this side of the veil, as it were, for many years. Okay. Now, I'm not here word cursing anyone, anyone's granny, anyone in general, right? And what I want to be clear about is from one uh, hag to the next, okay, could be different timelines. Makes sense. All right, because this is still a general collective message. So please take what resonates here. But I do see a lot of strife, a lot of, okay, back to the drawing board energy, trying again. Okay. And again, the judgment comes out. All right. Um, it's funny, the one card, or not the card, the one signage states Viva la difference, right? And so this tells me that, this could be something that maybe for someone here has been a long running course at this, right? It's like, are you kidding me? We said that we were going to retire by such and such, okay, with the budget and now the economy, right? Like we really have to be logically minded, referable to, it's down to the nitty gritty here. Basically, should we do this or that? Because trying to do all things doesn't seem like that is safe to expect at this point, logically. All right. And it's interesting because I'm driving home this logical mind. This could be par for the course of that difference, that yin yang, night versus day energy. One person might be so logically minded normally, right? And maybe because emotions are rising, maybe because this is actually their parental figure, or vice versa, right? Energies and emotions are running high here, and this person is just not seemingly playing for the same team. And that's not really like a sexual reference, it's really talking about okay, so if you pin me, your mom, and yourself in this ring here, we've got to get to a solution. What will you, right? And of course, the solution should never really ultimately be that, the person picks the parental figure and just lays to the wayside the rest of the 10 of cups, right? And it's so obviously, of course, looking at the tarot and or looking through the lens of hindsight, everything's all 2020 and dramatic and clear, right? But this feels like a lot of uncertainty. It's like, gosh, I never knew you'd actually react this way. I never knew you'd actually take this kind of stand. I also didn't see it coming, right? It's like, I don't even know why this is part of our lifetime story, right? And it's not even talking about like the network. Why is this part of our freaking history, let alone conversation, let alone goings on, referable to our now, when we're not even where we're going right now? And now this, like, you pull this, it's giving, right? You could be seeing 1010 in significance, excuse me, in synchronicity to this situationship, okay? And again, the channeling just keeps saying it ends well. It ends well, right? And we know upon look up those angel numbers, would you? That 1010 really means simultaneously ending for new beginnings. And it's giving, honey, right? It's giving a lot that you didn't necessarily maybe plan for, though, at the same time. That's just really kind of what's getting you in your crawl, and I get that. Ask the angels for assistance, because they're already trying to guide you into some formalized and specific final resolution, okay? And this could be part and parcel of some sort of divinely coded inspiration, revelation, okay, breakthrough assistant type of energy, all right, especially on the other side of the angel coming out in the first place, indicating that they are guiding you in spite of the emotions, right, towards the truth of the matter, towards the heart of the matter, okay, towards the logic, perhaps, okay, take what resonates. Love and light, Fiona. And with this Emperor, the Five of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups, and the Man of Wands, all right, and leaving us for the time being at the Four of Swords, as it were, right? Could be some significance to Adam Sandler. I don't know why, you guys. I just think like that guy looks like Adam Sandler. Like, it's like, dude, you know. I won't say the other. That wasn't even nice what I thought. Like, wow, I have to actually like chill out. But anyways, and I love Adam Sandler, so don't come for him, or I am just it's not a flattering angle there, Adam. I'm acting like it's really him, right? Like, oh, we caught him in the illustration. Maybe we did. No, let me stop. But anyways, I digress. It's giving, on the other side of this other person may be the one that's saying, you know what, I'm the one that needs the room for the night, for the week, right? I'm the one that needs to get away because you're trying to make me pick between my mom and you, right? Yeah. Okay. Well, things happen, right? And again, emotions are high. I felt like this person really just needs a moment to just probably get reacclimated. Probably high key transmute some of that goings on. And really, it could be starting and ending with them, right? I'm not getting that. I really want to say this is the collective member. I'm not getting that the collective member here is really of a mindset to try to actually like insert knife and then twist, right? Like, I mean, you know, and I don't know if that's coming through the channeling, and I'm so sorry. I'm getting giggly because I'm trying to keep the vibe high, because I don't know if somebody really just actually actioned all the way out in the most dramatical instance, or for instance, maybe, right? Like their mental might be just not okay right now, I mean, not coming for them, but emotions are high. Logic feels like, I don't know if it's still milling about for this person, but I mean, it ends well, right? Gosh, there's some synchronicity to that. It's like, you know, you either have been at this for a time, like we've already maybe surmised here, and or this could be a thing for a minute, right? um Not to project that onto you, just saying, I'm feeling it. Okay, it's been a back and forth. All right, irregardless of whether or not this person has ultimately come back home, come back to the marriage bed, as it were, right? Or whatever makes sense to say. This could have been, you know, maybe even like 8 months, 11 months. Okay, so better part of a year even. But there is ultimately communication that allows you guys to really hit that middle ground. And it starts with basically, you know, I see your point now. And, you know, it gets better from there, because on the other side of seeing their point, they're actually like kind of mesmerized by your intuitive abilities. It's like, oh, I somehow, right, going back to that soul contract perhaps, right, I somehow am able to see hardcore evidence of your intuition working out for you. That's pretty amazing, right? And maybe with that person being logic minded so harshly in the past, right? Maybe they couldn't see that part. All right. So you guys, when you're going through stuff, you can't really get into like the complete chorus of woe is me, right? Because there's too many things happening for you in spite of the storm. Okay. On the other side of the storm, you have clarity, right? Not even just for you, but this person, okay, which was like really valuable, it seems, the way I'm reading things here, not coming for anyone or anyone's person, just saying, right? But I digress. And it's like without the storm, like how do you even know, like, oh, this is actually like a sunny day, like a very sunny day, right? Oh, this is a good day, right? Without the storm, all right, how do you actually know what is for you, what resolution perhaps is for you? Because I see you guys actually coming up with something where it's like, okay, on the other side of maybe some learning, okay, maybe some estate planning, all right, like I already said, you know, you could actually get this mother figure, we'll call it. I don't really want to keep calling her a hag. I mean, because I feel like it's just a representative, not necessarily of the person's like personality, but it's like the, you know, it's like the fly in the ointment. It's like, oh my god, the beautiful ointment and the scent, and you go in to like lean in, and you're like, is that a fly? Like, I must sniff that, right? It's giving, okay, night and day, right? Like you expect it all it is, right? And then here comes, bam, there's a wall, a blockage, something to figure out, something else to do. I know, right? Um, and so this person, though, you know, really on the other side, kind of might have a tendency to overarch the remorse. Okay, so be grace filled when dealing with this person. Gracefield and doormat have nothing to do with each other. So, I mean, that's not a call to be a doormat for this person or anyone or anything, right? So, just saying, right? But you are being asked to utilize your strength here. This person will, through this revelation, through this realization, through this clarity that the Sun card, both of them, we have two here, brings, okay? This particular Lenormand talks about happiness, vitality, energy, power, success, radiance, light, truth, enlightenment, joy, victory, glory, abundance, fortune, warmth. And it seems like this kind of actually connects back to somehow, I want to say miraculously. I mean, they happen all the time, so we can talk about them, but it seems like somehow miraculously there's been some sort of blessing infused with the coming together in spite of your odds referable to this. So, like, for instance, you're all like, okay, this is not cool. The flies in the ointment, right? But in the midst of like hunkering down, like, okay, we're gonna figure this out. We're not gonna leave each other. We're not gonna abandon each other. But we do have to actually make some decisions here, right? And then of course, like the angelic guidance is like in the wings, going, you can do it, and just turn left whenever you want to turn right the next time, right? And there's judgment flying around. You're trying again. All right, trying to get specific about next steps. Okay, and through this all, your person sees, okay, you were actually perhaps cooler headed, less emotional, right? Oh, it happens. Yeah, okay. So there's that. And so you were the whole time intending to uh, be everything you signed up to be for this connection since day one, right? This person, again, just needed a moment, okay? So when this person says, I need to be alone, it's not really a call, again, to be a doormat, but it's also not a call to ignore boundaries, right? Like, I mean, how many times do you need somebody to tell you, like, I need a minute before, like, I mean, you want to stick around and find out like exactly why that person's like really requesting that you get out of their face, because I feel like you shouldn't be that one, right? And I get you're not really necessarily with that heart or mind of yourselves here, collective, referable to this person or just life in general. I don't get that you're some form of like, um, protagonist here. um, Now, you could have been projected onto with this cauldron and witch's hat energy that I'm looking at. Excuse me. As well as what else came out? Hold on a second. Hold on. Okay, wait, hold on a second. So we've got Phoenix rising from the ashes energy connected to this. We've got perhaps again LGBTQ plus connected to this. We've got a lot of love. We've got a lot of divinity, a lot of like starseed support. Okay, at least one of you, and I'm going to go out on a limb here and say collective member makes sense. Highly intuitive, highly tapped in, right? You could have also called that. It's like, listen, honey, why would we take a $30,000 loan out, when it maybe, might be like 7 more months that we have to just, kind of figure this out. And if things come to the worst of it, maybe in that time frame we could better know down the line what next steps to then take, right? Referable to placing somebody in a home or some form of facility, whereby you'd have to actually like pay out of pocket. Okay. And so it seems like whatever your intuitive nature, and I'm not going to say, I'm not projecting it should be 7 months. I'm just saying that was just an example, you guys, right? But it's like whoever is really notably tapped in here, it's almost like you understand, okay, that this person maybe doesn't have, years and years and years to come, okay, as that particular incarnation of that version of self, okay. And this person really, for those that resonates with, I need you to know your person is, they're not afraid of you, right? They're, it's a very endearing energy towards you. But it's also very, it's like, it would be great if they could express the way that they feel about you on the other side of this clarity with that sun card energy, right? On the other side of the storm, as it were, on the other side of seeing you were right, on the other side of seeing how your intuition, in a very tangible way, works for you, is spot on, okay? Um, it's almost like it would be great if this person could connect it to anything else other than their parent, you know, in their last stages, right? So I think maybe for those that resonates with, right? Right. Like hopefully nobody's afraid of any now. They're not afraid. But you know how some people, instead of maybe afraid, you could say intimidated, right? This person's not intimidated by, the collective member that I'm reading for. It's more like awestruck, right? But also like tinged with grief and sorrow because is connected in a very emotional way, right, to this person who may be leaving, okay, or maybe has left, maybe this has happened, okay. But on the other side, they do understand that you were just assisting them with straightening their crown, getting a lot more level headed. Maybe this person really is normally the more logic minded because, quite frankly, I mean, intuitives, they don't really stay grounded for like all aspects of the day and night, right? I mean, why would you if you knew you didn't? No, let me stop. But, you know, normally it's kind of giving that show Dharma and Greg, right? is like Greg was the straight man, or like even referable to like Will and Grace. Like Will's the straight man. I mean, he's not. His character's not straight, right? Referable to sexual preference, but it's like a an industry reference. It's like, okay, like you've got like one person, like you guys think of. We could take sex off the table real quick if you only knew David Spade and Chris Farley, right? Spade is like clearly the straight guy. Like he's all like, what are you doing? How are you gonna, and Farley's doing everything else besides functioning, right? But like really, making us laugh. So there's the functionality, right? But normally, one of the two here could be more like into that straight guy energy where it's like you're serious, you're logical, you're calculated. Is this a Capricorn? No, let me stop. But yeah, Dharma was all like Piscean energy, comes to mind, Fiona, right? Just swimming in the breeze, or maybe even like an air sign, I guess. Not to come for anybody. I feel like all elements. Oh, that wouldn't check out, would that, for all aspects of the zodiac? But a lot of them, really, quite frankly, I think we all have the capability, if we should so desire, to really operate out of basically any energy connected to the zodiac. Because I mean, once you've lived it all, right, you've done it all, you are all, and you have the ability to tap into all. Makes sense, especially being you're connected to the all in all source energy. See how that works? Da-da-da, right? Um, so there's that. But I'm looking at the Six of Wands in spite of the Three of Swords, okay? And really that talks about that victory, success, okay, in spite of the grief, the sorrow, fullness, in spite of the storm. You guys still manage to keep um, communication alive, right? And that's really important. Sometimes you do need to communicate, like, hey, I literally cannot communicate right now. Like, I am so overloaded, emotions swirling about. I don't even know if I hate you right now, right? Like, sometimes you have to be honest. You should be honest all the time, anyways, right? What kind of relationship do you have going if you are not safe to be honest? Even in spite of your imperfections, referable to your honesty, right? And what I mean by that is like of course it's not normal course to be like, hey, I actually have to check, it's about that time of day, as to whether or not I hate you, right? When you're in a loving caring connection, when you're in a marriage, right? Like when you're in an actual relationship, you're actually dating, you're actually making love, right? Why would you have to on the daily check, oh, do I hate you right now? Like, but sometimes you can be triggered beyond measure, right? And you're just like, I just don't know about anything right now, and I need time to actually regulate my emotions. Okay. But a lot of people don't have that verbiage, quite sadly. I wish everybody did. I wish everybody felt free to express themselves referable to their differences. I don't want to say it like anyone's lacking or anything, right? But I feel like lacking communication just usually isn't safe, especially in loving, caring connections. If you know that you have to walk on eggshells, if you know it feels safer not to engage, right? That's not a good relationship. I don't care if you're having sex or not. I don't care if you say I love you or not. It's not a good relationship. Okay? It's in fact an indicator that it's not. Okay? And so you have a choice after realizing, okay, let me actually pay attention to the signs, the symptoms, right? The feels, the vibes, right? To see if that actually is something that is able to even be repaired. And if not, it should go, right? And I get it, because sometimes you can really know people that really should be great people in your path. They should be great inspirations and great sources of love and affection. They should be great sources of kindness and emotionality that is beneficial to humanity, right? And you don't always get that. Go figure, right? That's why you guys, we talk about this all the time on the channel, to make sure we are built up, make sure we understand who we are versus who we are not, make sure we understand that though imperfection may exist, right? It doesn't have to be to our detriment, because really the truth of the matter is no one and no thing is all the way 110% perfection in this realm. So take the pressure off, right? And so once you do that, you can clearly see how you're on the great side of karma. You can clearly see how you're amazing, how you carry so much great value and worth about yourselves, right? Irregardless of your title, job, position, uh, social status in life or not, okay? The truth of the matter is, at your root, when you reflect all aspects of you back to the source, it most assuredly does reflect back to the source, the all in all. Okay. And therein lies that chosen one energy. Makes sense? We are divinity walking. Okay. Royal divinity walking in meat suits. All right. Having human like experiences. But you guys, I really see this phoenix rising from the ashes energy along with the pentagram, which is kind of giving a big fat ginormous pentacle vibe. It's telling me that on the other side of you guys putting two heads together and maybe, taking out some aspects of emotionality, which this person, quite frankly, may have to do all on their own. Correction. May have to do without your help on a one by one basis, right? Or a one on one, excuse me, on a one on one basis. All right. Some people just need time. I know I get that on a personal note, right? Like, I never really want to just be like a recluse, but I always need to have like some sort of buffer where I can just like reacclimate my own ish, right? Because if not, maybe I'll feel squeezed out. If not, maybe I'll feel like something isn't functioning in all aspects of velocity that could be otherwise, right? And so, please be mindful to listen to your people who care enough to express boundaries to you, because that is a form of love. Unless we're talking about some sort of radical boundary that was born out of some aspect of toxicity, it's just not toxic to have boundaries. I'm so serious, you guys. In fact, it's quite toxic if, in fact, you should find you have none. All right. Because that means you're not loving yourself enough to step up to yourself enough, even to then get your own arson gear to actually be your own advocate, to actually be your own super best friend, to actually be your own, mother, father, brother, sister, whatever you have at any point in the path felt like you needed out of anyone else outside of yourself. You need to find with it now, okay? Because it's there and it's more than capable of being found. So serious, you guys. All right, the bell has rung. I'm not unmindful that I'm doing the free yes no tarot, but I just want to wrap up this pile really quickly, and I want to reperuse the cards, so bear with. Okay, again, current energies may quite frankly be this misery, torment, 10 of wands. All right, you might be dealing with abandonment issues that maybe you thought you've already healed here. Okay, but I do see you coming out as high priestess energy, and I do see this person as recognizing you as such on their own. Okay, which I feel like is very important and very magnanimous to this connection, because on the other side, again, of this clarity, this person may actually assist you like never before, referable to some aspects of your gifting, referable to, whatever business you may have and or are attempting to get off the ground. All right. And I do apologize for those that are grieving and or those that will be grieving the loss of this parental figure, whether you call them hag or not, whether you call them mother-in-law or not here. But I do see that this person is ushering in perhaps a beautiful child. It could be specifically a daughter, all right, and will be a guide, okay, of sorts. So depending on, I don't know, I'm just getting, I don't want to go into that. I don't want to go into that. All right. I'm not going to, but it ends very well. Okay. In spite of aspects of the path that maybe you just don't have control over. And there is some significance to the Eye of Horus as well as the Ankh coming out here. This tells me that this High Priestess energy, most likely connected to the collective here, does have ties, and you could also with this person, all right, could be some significance. I don't know why I wanted to show that guy with the tennis racket. Not even the blondie, it's this guy, interestingly enough. Okay. Um, so, There's some significance to the Fae as well. Huh, as well as the US. What was I going to say? So you actually may, if this resonates, want to book a session on the strength that this could be a situation where in that previous lifetime, there was some sort of trigger. Maybe even in that previous lifetime, there was some sort of death or some sort of sacrifice, whereby, you and this person in that time frame and under those parameters were to come together and make something happen, and maybe just didn't all the way learn that lesson, okay? Because often that is what is happening when we are re-engaging with our soulmates, our twin flames, right? And it's par for the course of coming back here over and over again. It's like, okay, you didn't learn the lesson, learn it now. Okay, learn it now. Okay, you didn't learn okay, learn it now, right? And just around and around and around until you actually do kind of get the hang at being the master manifester that you truly are. I mean, you are divinity, right? So, enjoy the journey. Please be mindful to be grace filled with this person. I mean, they're losing a parent, all right? That's never easy, regardless of the age or the cause, right? And so I get it, maybe this isn't your favorite person, right? But you are with this person, your person, hello, right, for a good reason. And I do believe that this person is a trustworthy person, a good person. I don't see aspects of them, just going out on benders and taking turns at the truck stop. You know what I'm saying? What is going on with the channeling? Wait, hold on. All right, anyways, I have not forgotten about the free tarot. I really hope that y'all checked the actual live stream rules. Okay, if you don't know, I'm gonna know you don't know, and then we're gonna have to talk. And I don't want to talk tonight. I just want to have fun, right? I just want to read your cards, right? I just want you to just be smiling and chill, and me too. Okay. In the meantime, you guys, while you're doing that, let me just eke out the names that are connected to pile number 1 again, okay? But before I do, let me see. There's 3 cards I didn't even look at here. What the what? All right. Knight of Swords, 4 of Coins, and that there's the High Priestess. Okay. So there could be some significance to you having visions as well. You could have, with that seer energy, had a vision, or maybe even a dream, perhaps, lucid or not. No, let me stop. About the passing on of that particular familial connection, the matriarch, perhaps, as it were. And this person sees, you know what? You are a treasure to have, right? It's like, not only are you powerful AF, mesmerizing, right? You're getting siren energy here, whether you're guy, girl, what have you. Hey, the men's sirens be on point with it sometimes, the way they, ooh, like, and you swim down in the deep. So I don't mind, sir. I'll be checking for them siren. Oh, look at your pectoral muscles, right? You guys, some of them are so hot. Like, I'm trying to think of this one show that I really, really wish was still on. I think it's literally so silly. Forgive me. It's called Siren, right? But it used to be on like the Freeform network back in the day. And I think that the reason why everyone on the show was like so exotic looking and hot was because I think they were coming from like Iceland or something. They were not. It was not like US citizen vibes, right? But they were just so like, oh my god, like, look what God chiseled out of the cleft of the rock over there, kind of like, right? And they're all swimming around and sweating on the. Oh, sorry, that was me sweating while they swam, but you know what I meant to say. But anywho, getting to the names of this, all right. So there could be some significance to anyone or anything, perhaps connected to either of these other 2 individuals, but also pets could be coming out here, other relatives could be coming out here. So take what resonates, you guys. I didn't really get too many cards out of the pile. So I'm looking at Peyton, Luna, Judith, Sam. It's Bethany, but I almost said Brittany. Mark, Ben, Genesis, Enid, Dorothy, Michelle or Michaela. We've got Lola, Eden, Ariel, Fox, Chantal, Dennis, Dexter. I also heard, whenever I was pulling the cards, you guys, the name Derek was also connected to this. We've got Martin, Carter, Harris, Emily, Maddie, Brad, Favor, India, Candy, Chase, D, like the initial, and Pamela. All right, so let me see here. Okay, that was pile 1, you guys, that we just finished up. And now I'm going to go ahead with Devin. First in line here for the free tarot. Devin, I'm not, we don't abuse tarot around here. You got to come up with a better question, babe. I'm so serious. Don't you know that you already have the money you're seeking? How you gonna be talking about how about now? Y'all get me with that one. I'm not ripping up seeds of manifestation because I love my own seeds of manifestation. So why would I go rip up somebody else? We're not doing it, Devin. I love you though. Like you know I do. You can't even come for me. Cause you know I'm just telling the truth. Y'all don't even have to watch The Secret. I'm just trying to help. You know what I'm saying? But shoot, sounds likely you might need to watch again. Just saying. All right, pick another one, Devin, because come on with it. If you already knew that you had the money in the near future, wouldn't we be talking about other stuff? Like where you're going with it, what you're buying with it, right? So if you knew you had that money coming, right? And let's say, for instance, Devin, you wanted a new car, right? You could just sneak it past talking about, you know, am I getting that Lambo between now and, you know, whenever you want it. It's really that simple, you guys. All right. Keep going, though. I don't mind. Shoot, I'm here to root for you while you do this. You know what I'm saying, Devin? I don't mind. Love and Light Esmeralda. Love and Light Mystic Girl. Okay, let's see here. If y'all know you come on here ripping up your own seeds of manifestation, that's between you and the divine, because I'm out of it. I try my best to be like, didn't you ask me last Thursday, 13 minutes ago? Didn't you? But I'm getting tired of trying to do all the work. Y'all got to do it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want to manifest like big dogs, like master manifestors and ish. Go ahead then. You know? Because you can. And shoot, I don't mind. I'm here for it. Shoot, I'm here for it. All right. Let's see about this job. All I know is going into the interview, if you think and feel like you're not going to get the job, you're really setting yourself up to not get the job. But I'll ask. maybe the better question is this job enough for me, right? Because you know your worth and have added the tax, right? I can't be the only one, right? Like, y'all get this, right? It ain't just me. It ain't just me. I know it's not. I refuse to believe it's just me. Magician at the bottom of the deck and a yes coming out as well in case the magician's yes wasn't yesy enough, Devin. All right, just or not Devin. I'm sorry, I'm still stuck on that one. That was Mystic Girl. Sorry. All right, you guys. And you guys, don't come here and just put all caps at me asking me for free-ish, right? If you know you have not subscribed to this channel and you know you have come on here and not even clicked the like, all right? Because all of that, aside from the all caps, is what needs to actually be in place. Because I'm not here for people who don't have time to respect me enough to follow the live stream rules, if that makes sense. Okay. And that's not even me being mean. I love me too, right? Like I love and like you guys, but I gotta love and like me first, right? So hopefully you understand that. Because I don't, and we have moderators, so let the moderators do what they came to do. I really appreciate you guys trying to help each other, but I've been at this for a while now, and I'm seeing trends, right? And it's like, I know I'm here showing up doing my part, right? And I just want to see reciprocity, and I'm not actually a bad person for asking that, because I'm giving what I came to do, if that makes sense. Okay. So please follow the live stream rules. That's the rule. Follow the live stream rule. If you don't know what they are, again, they're located in the box. We also have moderators that can assist you to find the box, perhaps if you can't find it. I've also gone ahead and posted same on my own volition, you guys, a few weeks back on the community board of the channel to assist those that maybe can't find the box. All right. And I posted the screenshot of all aspects of the live stream rules. It is not just about capital letters. All right. So just to be clear, because I don't want any confusion on the live stream as well. Right. I don't rock with that spirit. I don't like confusion. So hopefully everyone understands my sentiment in that. I'm definitely here to read your cards, right? I'm definitely honored to read your cards, but I'm also definitely here to read the cards for those who are actually for my collective, for this channel that we're creating together, and not in opposition of it, and not just to get something in a selfish manner and go. All right. Because nobody has time for that in the new earth energy. Makes sense? Even if it's coming from yourselves, guys, you got to check that. Like, oh, you being selfish today? Like, what? Okay, fix it. Right? I'm not here for people coming to steal my energy and or aspects of my time. Right? I love my collective, and I mean that. Nobody can tell me I don't. Right? But my collective are the people that show up and show out for self and others through this channel, okay? And that means you do the work. That means you follow along nicely, right? And not begrudgingly. And that means you understand that I am protective over my collective because, again, I love and light my collective, all right? Hopefully that's coming across, because I really need to make sure that everyone here understands nobody's supposed to be in bad energy. Nobody's supposed to be sorry. Nobody's supposed to be offended. All right. Offense is a blessing blocker. Nobody's here supposed to be blocking blessings. And that's again why I say please and thank you. Do not have me rip up seeds of your manifestation, and do not ask me for the gabillionth time to abuse tarot. We're not here for that. We have so many other great things to talk about, say, and do. I'm so serious. All right. And my collective, whether we met 14 seconds ago or tomorrow, understands that. Okay. So I'm here for those people and not the others trying to, swindle their way through life. Okay. We don't. Right. So there's that. But thank you for those that were trying to help other people. And I get it. I used to try to help too. So I realized the pattern, right? And so now I say, if you cannot follow the live stream rules, that's too bad. Nobody's going to force you to follow them. And nobody's going to force me to give free tarot readings, right? So it's fine. So there's that, you guys. But anywho, let's get to the next member in line here. All right, we can do it together, guys. I don't know if you really were trying to test me out as to whether or not I'm actually rooting for you. Too damn bad. You already found out I am this whole time. Okay. So much so that I will fight you guys if I even find out you're trying to rip up your own seeds of manifestation. Not on my watch. All right. You guys are so funny. All right. Let's see here. The beautiful goddess, I believe, is next. Okay. Mystic Girl got the job. Okay. Congratulations, right? Pardon my finger here. Okay, let me see. Okay, I'm not exactly sure what that means, but we'll see what we got from the tarot. Referable to yes versus no. All right. We got a very pentacle-based yes, okay? Now, this Temperance card energy at the bottom of the deck is also indicating yes, but be mindful, there might be some aspects of, you know, I don't know if it's connecting necessarily to thought life only and or you know, don't let anyone or any fear or any thoughts get in the way of you understanding that the yes is a yes, okay? If you know that there have been things that you should have been balancing out, okay, whether this is in the mental space, the heart space, whether this is work-life balance, right? Work on doing that, because that's what's going to bring the yes in in a more stronger energy, okay? Hopefully that makes sense, okay? I'm like, what are words? All right. Okay. That's what I have for the beautiful goddess. Okay, so that's a yes, right? And then okay, let's see here. Okay, is it a yes or no? All right, Devin. Now, if you get a maybe, would you... Let me stop. Seriously, though, some of them are maybe cards. All right, here we go. I'm just messing with you, Devin. I'm not going to be hanging on a maybe. I might, though. No, let me stop. All right, so we got so many yeses. We got 4 of them. Hopefully that's enough to prove a point. Okay. Just saying. Love and light, Devin. You're very welcome, the beautiful goddess. I'm glad that it resonated. Phew. All right. We're still up and firing. Okay, we got this. And you're very welcome, Esmeralda25. Okay, love and light, Sky. Love and light, Cassandra. Okay, let me see here. Esmeralda25. Well, good things happen this week. Okay. Oh, very emphatic yes. Okay. Yes at the bottom of the deck. Pretty safe to assume. Just saying. So, if you know, Esmeralda, that you're speaking with more specificity referable to quote-unquote good things, you should be envisioning them in your mind. Not to the point where, oh no, if it doesn't happen that way, or if they don't say that, or if the wind doesn't blow left, right, that it's going to be to your detriment and, you know, all hell has to break loose. But in the sense of, you know, really testing the water is referable to, you know, hey, can you actually co-create the beautiful aspects of the path up ahead? Your good vibes out and maybe boldly expecting that the divine will bless you, referable to your efforts. Okay, you guys, a lot of times the divine loves for us to get specific. Like if you're looking to pull in you know, some money for blah blah blah, right? It's best to just be like, hey, thank you for this specific amount. Okay, because here's the sitch: you could be manifesting money left and right, and you're talking like, you know, well, I don't know when the last time, you know, I manifested money. Well, hell, you found 3 cents on the ground last Wednesday, right? But I mean, the sitch is, you know, you're not really believing at your core, perhaps, that beyond the 3 cents, you know, maybe it just wouldn't really be a thing for you to actually receive, let alone manifest, let alone even think to receive to manifest. Oh, maybe that's the problem. You know what I mean? So take what resonates there. But that's for anyone listening that can make sense of that one. Referable to manifestation, you guys. Don't give up. Try again. You got this. All right. Yes, not letting anything, anyone influence other than you, though. Make sure you understand, you guys, you're in charge, okay? You guys have thoughts, you guys have emotions. You're in charge to say what sticks, what stays, what resonates, right? And really, I say that because not even like a play on words or a pun referable to tarot, but sometimes you guys, you realize, like, after actually ferreting through some aspects of emotion, you're like, that ain't even me. Like, I don't why all of a sudden I try to feel bad and ugly and shit? Like, that ain't me. Like, you know what I mean? So, like, just check, because if you don't check, you're rocking with baggage perhaps that really never even had your name on it and wasn't even created by you. You know what I mean? Next thing you know, people start noticing that ish works when they project it onto you, and they're all like, you know, and you're all like, oh my god, I can't even get out of bed, right? Check in, you guys, and alchemize. If you don't like what you are seeing or feeling or thinking about yourself or your life or your job, change it. And I know you can't necessarily whip up a pretty stick and make it all better within a half a second. However, there could be some aspects of planning, even referable to manifestation. Okay, it's not even getting into a line to apply for anything. You just freaking do what you wanna. Okay, make the delusion work for you. All right, because really, if not, you're rocking with the other delusion, which looks like perhaps the American dream at this point, right? Okay, just saying, you guys, make it make sense. Exactly. We are royal divinity in meat suits, you guys. We're not slaves. Okay. So don't be that taskmaster for yourselves even. You guys, some of you, you have subscribed to the whole like I'm going to have to, blood, sweat and tear every blessed thing. All my life I had to fight, right? And it's like all your life you're like, yeah, and I had to fight. Yeah, all my life, we quote it and everything. Well, the longer you ruminate on that, the more you magnify that experience. And then literally all your lives you're gonna have to fight. And it won't even need to be anyone else around you to fight. It's really you with you. How sad would that be to find out that truth? Well, we've all been there. Okay. No judgment, only love and light. I wouldn't want the karma. We're talking about it because someone somewhere needs this message. Right? I'm not projecting onto you guys. But what if, right? Maybe you should check to see if you can't get some of this going referable to what you know you're trying to beautify in your own paths. Makes sense? So I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me and soaking it all in and bringing on your good energies and ish. Okay, I love it. I love you guys. All right, so let me see who is in line, if anybody, because I maybe lost track here. We had Esmeralda, right? And things are taking time to reach out there. Oh, okay. Well, you know what, you guys, and the beautiful goddess. Okay, just to respond to that, that it's giving delay is not a denial. Okay, in the delay, there's some form of preparation you're being asked to perform out and or some sacrifice. Okay, and I'm not talking about sacrifice like off the cuff, like here's some bread and water and a loaf of fishes. What I'm saying is, what can you give up referable to that mental space, to the way that you always do things, and or to what your normal course at problem solving even is, right? That will better your path. Because really, at some point of the path, you're met in some form or measure, referable to love, referable to career, referable to money, perhaps, or business, excuse me, you know, to really understand whether or not you are performing inside or outside of the realm of insanity. And insanity, the definition is doing the same thing over and 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 over again, expecting a different result, a different outcome. It just can't be the case. So you guys, you'll find even in current energies, if I do say so myself, that there are often aspects, even to your mundane aspects of daily tasks, even where if you just tweak it a little bit, if you just really listen to the divine guidance and inspiration looking to come to you, and I mean, you're pulling priestess energy even in general collective messages, you guys. It's what this was the card I was looking for, right? Really utilize all aspects of what you got there, honey bun, in that toolbox, that spiritual proverbial toolbox, to really make ish shake for you and not against you. Gone are those days where you have to just survive the storm. If anything, you are utilizing each storm from now on, because I can't say they'll never come, right? To your benefit. Likened to that of, if for God forbid, a community of people should again, keyword again, because we've all been through this, right? So listen up. Should again throw rocks at you. Okay, maybe they weren't literal. They hurt just the same though, right? You know what I'm talking about. If you take those stones and actually build a path, a higher ground, dare I say, right? It's really the epitome of turning pain into your own purpose, though, not just a purpose, your own purpose, your own benefit, okay? The beautification of your path. So, again, do not allow anyone to take that from you. You are capable of remaining in charge, and divinity backs you. It has to. Why? Because there is no severability, and because you are on the great side of karma, and because your hearts have been tested, all right? And you ring tried and true to be of just that divinity, okay? So please fear not. Fear is not really going to actually give you anything beyond a down payment towards an experience you don't want. So why would you put anything towards an experience you don't want? I mean, gosh, especially if we are talking something that affects your finances or pentacles, as it were. It seems risky, right? But yet people are out there doing it even as I'm speaking out this message, interestingly enough, right? Again, you guys, doing the work on your own is very important so that you study to show yourselves approved, so that you don't fall for anyone else's ish just because they're saying it's the gospel, perhaps, even quite literally, okay? So be mindful to really know at this point, okay? And Eye of Horus is really staring at me. Maybe you guys should even get into the knowledge of Thoth, as it were. I'm not exactly, I've heard his name pronounced all different kinds of ways, so I'm not sure there. But ancient Egyptian civilization may have some ancient wisdom also, should you start looking through some of the texts to share, okay? But you guys, you're too much, you're too magnanimous, you're too divine, you're too big, you're too bright anymore not to really live like that, okay? And so please allow yourselves to be able to live like that really by getting yourselves into this forward frontal awareness of your aspects of divinity that you carry within you and upon and around you. Makes sense? Okay? Because really, I don't really see how you would actually pull out all 10 of cups without understanding at least that much. This life is far more spiritual than you may realize. And New Earth is heavily conscious based awareness. Okay, so you guys really want to get with the program and keep going. Okay, because you've got great stuff up ahead. Oh, that's so great. Your mom. Oh, you use the, yeah, the Thoth deck. Yes. Yes, I have that one somewhere as well. And I love, oh my gosh, Fiona, don't you dare get me started on Leah. I cried. I cried like I lost like my best friend when she died. I also, you guys are gonna think I'm insane, right? But in around that time, you know, this was before like the great awakening of 2020 and all of that, as it were, right? But I literally played that song nonstop. This one song, back and no, what's it called? Back and it's not back and forth. Rock the Boat. Thank you, Rock the Boat. And that's the freaking video that she was filming when that plane just was like overloaded and stuff. I don't really speak too deeply on that because don't get me started. But anyways, I literally did. I bawled. I cried when she died. I cried with, of course, Prince and Michael Jackson. Oh, there's so many. Angie Stone hurt me too. I was like, oh my god, like, please be kidding right now. Please. And you know what is so crazy, because every now and again I just get that channeling, and I don't even know. The crazy thing is I don't even know all lyrics to Angie Stone's song, but it's like the one where it's like, my sunshine has come. And that's, I just keep getting it, and then I get chills. I'm like, what? I'm like, Miss Stone, like, you good? Like, because I don't know exactly what all that's correlating or connecting to, but I don't know. Yikes. I know she was a beautiful, so I was like, my jaw dropped on that one, like, wow. I'm like, is there nothing left sacred? Like, ugh. All the kids were sad. And Aaliyah, the whole industry was like in tear, like, what are you saying? Like, our queen is gone. Like, our princess and our queen is gone in one fell swoop. Like, what do you mean? Like, what should we do now? Like, why would we make movies or music? Like, it was just really like, come on. And now to know not even the half, even connecting all the way back then as to what all was going on. Yikes. I don't like that. I don't like that, you guys. All right, so we're good on yes, eyes on the prize. I love that. Sorry, I'm like shaking the thingy by accident. Okay. I think we're good on the yes no's. So I'm gonna go into pile number 2 real quick, but here's the sitch. I didn't get a chance to really. So I got to make room for the tarot and see what we got. So hang out, you guys. Go to the bathroom, get a snack, do what you gotta. I'll be here. No, let me stop. That's so crazy. We had the Judgment card come out a few times as well as that Sun. I can't even show any of those cards. I didn't even think about that, but the crazy thing is I was literally drawn to that deck. Like, I was like, okay, I have to go get that one. And I didn't know exactly why, because I don't even know all the pictures, but I guess they're pretty much Nug related. All right. Yeah, that's not easy when you got family, especially if you're like, you know, maybe connecting back to that pile 1. Somebody here could be, you know, newly married and trying to get all aspects. But you know what? On the other side of that situation, even for those connecting to pile 1, you guys, on the other side of that, so much good has really come out of it because I mean, I get it, you're kind of like back up against the wall, but it's like you're forced to get ish kind of like maybe how you should have had it, even like as you were entering into the connection, the marriage, the living situation. And it seems like, again, it ends well. Cannot say it enough. It just keeps coming through. It ends well, though. Like, it's like a total shitstorm right now. It ends well. Oh, okay. It's all that matters, right? It's okay you're missing, you know, all of your eyelashes. It's fine, right? Like, it ends well. Ay, ay, ay. All right. All right, you guys. Pile number 2, again, was the blue agate cupcake. All right, indicator. And the tarot of oppositions for the deck. I don't even know what we're talking about. I gotta play catch up. Something about a soulmate. Okay. Uh-oh, somebody's pregnant. Somebody is pregnant. What is this? Okay. All right. So it looks like somebody was either on some form of vacation time or could even be honeymoon, right? I'm speaking to somebody who is married or entering into a marriage. You're being asked to utilize your strength right now, honey bun, because whether you went away to the beach or just a swanky bar, okay, you was out there having cocktails and did not know. I get it. I'm also seeing that this was not something budgeted for. All right, I see you are married or connected to a soulmate energy, and you guys have this sudden change, the sudden pregnancy, dare I say, that's really asking you to go on some form of faith walk together. I wish I could have said cakewalk, but it ain't given that, okay? I gather you already had the cake, okay? This is leading to the bambina. And you are being asked to look into getting legal matters taken care of, in the sense of like, updating your beneficiary on, whatever policy or policies it makes sense to update beneficiaries on, because this child is underway. Okay. Whether how, I'm not getting necessarily that this was something that you discovered yesterday, but it's giving in the recent past, right? Okay. This is giving major ending and new beginnings, but in spite of the what, okay, it ends well, if I do say so myself, with that achievement and success card. But let's take a look at the tarot to see what all we are talking about here. All right. So with this Page of Cups energy, it's just giving that in current energies, you could be feeling like you're definitely not stable enough, if that's you, being the mother there, or switch it around if this is for your person here, collective member. Um, I'm getting that the male energy might feel a little bit more confident than the female. You know what could be frustrating, because this male could be looking at the female like, yeah, no, you figure everything else out though, like you're the reason why I believe, because you're amazing, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, yeah, well, that's all well and good, but I mean, like, I'm working here with a page situation, budget, foundation, right? And so, when it comes to, maybe you are somebody that is quite grounded and quite stable, all right, whether financially and or emotionally, you're like looking at the situation like, this is not the best setup, this is not the best time, this is not planned for, right? And so it could be frustrating, because you could be feeling like, in some ways you are kind of left to your own devices, like you are kind of left to figure things out, even though you're not alone. You guys, I need you to like think back to the last time you were actually with somebody and you felt all alone, right? I also need you to remember that the next time you want to go ahead and get lonely, right? Because could you imagine being in this situation where it's like, okay, you already weren't planning on being pregnant, right? Yeah, I can imagine on a personal note, but I digress, right? And then on top of it, it's like this person's like, yeah, no, what are you even worried about? Because I mean, we have each other and blah, blah. And you're like, yeah, we have each other, but like I've been figuring shit out for the last 16 months, right? And that's also why we always talk about making sure we're not casting pearls before swine, even in appearance, right? Not calling anybody's person out here, but the fact that, you're already miffed at this person and you don't even have the baby popped out is telling of the fact that, again, energies aren't matching here all the way, right? Mindsets aren't matching here all the way. And now you've got a co parent, perhaps, even inside of this connection. I'm getting a lot of frustration on the strength of the female connected to this, okay? I'm cutting the deck to the Six of Swords, so that tells me that calmer waters are up ahead, right? This could be something you damn sure can't even see right now with the moon energy. It's like, yeah, okay, yeah, all right, yeah, they're up ahead. Yep, okay, because all I know is looking at this big slice of cheese in the sky kind of thing, right? This person has love for you though. And I do see that this really maybe has thrown them for a loop that they were kind of masking up about it, right? So imagine that. Like you're already freaking out, and this person's like freaking out worse than you, but like it's coming across like, nah, babe, why are you freaking out? Oh, what a mind uck, right? That's not okay, especially when the child comes. All right, so you guys do actually have to really get balanced here, really get on the same page, really get clear in your communication, your wants, your desires, get clear on paperwork, whatever that may mean, okay? Because if not, this could leave room for error down the line, such to the point where it's like, okay, maybe you can't even bounce back from that one, right? It's really important to have a great foundation, especially if you guys are bringing in any child, right, into the world, let alone the connection. Because if not, it's really just going to spill over, and it can be quite messy. I'm not saying it's an intentional mess, but it's something that should intentionally be prevented. Excuse me, I don't want to say maintenance. Preventative maintenance makes sense, but not really. Okay. I do see this person, you know, as a hard worker, right? I feel like they are perhaps even picking up other jobs, or other aspects of making money. I'm not getting anything tawdry, right? Like no street pharmacist or nothing, but, you know, just odd jobs like, physical work and things. Could be aspects of landscaping or like junk removal, even. But this person is really, again, kind of even actioning out that kind of energy in really at its root a lack mentality, mindset, foundation. That's definitely not a good foundation to build off of. So you guys really do need to talk about like what your actual fears are so that you can alchemize them, so that you can leave them in the wayside, so that you can really start to get into a path where you guys both are able to trust and remain hope filled in each other and also in general, right? Especially before this kid comes, okay? Sleep as much as you can while you got it. You could actually be needing sleep right now. This person could also be, I get, you know what, heads up. I'm not even trying to word curse, but I'm looking at these cards and I'm like, you know what? This is going to be one of those where, like, if the mother gains like 50 pounds, like the guy is right there with the whole 5-0, right? Like, yeah, I got your six. We just put this on together kind of thing. And I don't even know that that's something that this guy intends. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's almost like this person really is coming across as, you know, page or night energy compared to what is needed here, perhaps referable to rearing a child. Oh my goodness. I just see this person looking to you as like basically the head of the household, the head of the connection, the sturdy one, the strong one, the resourceful one, the one that makes the home kind of thing, right? And that can be so frustrating when you didn't notice that until you start to go and having kids together. It's like, oh my gosh, I just thought I was like overarching the energy a little bit. I didn't realize until like now I have to that I've been having this whole entire relationship. I've been making the whole entire home. I've been paying most of the bills, you know, like whatever, what all over resonates here. But you guys, um, this person does intend to ride this out with you, rock with you. I'm not getting, again, this could be so much worse in case you wondered, because it's like, could you imagine if on top of it, the guy is also like needy, right? Like, it's like, oh, feed me too, right? Like, it's like, okay, just bring home all aspects of everything always and in all ways. I don't get that here. I just get that for whatever reason. I don't know if, you know, maybe this person has some form of record or some, you know, aspects of lacking education, okay? Not even just like lack mentality, but like maybe skill set comes to mind, right? It's like this person is trying, maybe the economy definitely could have something to do with it. This person's trying to like get a leg up and get out of a hole financially and or create some better type of foundation financially, and it's not for not trying that you know, he's not looking at that yet. Okay, now let's see here. You're being asked to utilize the strength card because something's incoming, right? And I want to see what. Okay, so someone here, okay, it's really giving this masculine. And it's so funny because I was talking about his job, the jobs. It seems like incoming is some form of communication about an offer. All right, so which one is this? This is the Knight of Pentacles, right? The Knight of Pentacles is literally the slowest moving knight. So that could be it. Maybe this person got laid off from a job, or maybe like something closed down, right? And just, you know, month after month, it just was a little bit of a lull to even just have any kind of nest egg, or maybe this person did have one and now does it, right? But on the other side of this turnaround energy, you know, whether this is a job or a business, perhaps even being created, I'm getting it's a job offer though. This really does produce not only wish fulfillment, and it's so funny because this is actually the Nine of Pentacles card. Nine of Pentacles talks about being a great catch, normally often speaks of singlehood, and yet you do see both figures depicted on the card. You do see them having a great time, you know, communicating and being, you know, engaging towards each other, and it gets better from there. Okay, I mean, the aces speak of breakthrough assistance from the divine. All right, so this isn't even, you know, this job could like come out of nowhere and be perfectly crafted and almost seem like it's too good to be true. It's like, okay, so they want to overpay you to take the trash out. All right, well, you better go run and take that trash, right? Because this is giving miracle, right? Just like that baby. And of course, you know, you and the baby and the family, of course, in spite of all appearances, perhaps, right, will be more than taken care of by the divine. All right. I do again see this male connected to this, the father, either being able to get some new type of employment, a new job offer, and or some skill set with this King of Swords energy coming out. And the Queen of Pentacles, I do see this turning around even your own mindset in the Three of Pentacles at the bottom, referable to, you know, your capability. And by your capability, I mean the capability of the family that you're actively creating, just to be able to sustain, maintain, and survive and thrive in spite of this unexpected pregnancy. So you guys be mindful, you know, how you want to do the bank accounts, the estate planning, okay, any form of legalized contracts and the like, referable to beneficiaries and things. You definitely want to check over together and be on the same page about, and make sure everything's properly filed and in place, and you know exactly where your own copies of the records are, etc., right? Because you don't really want to have to scramble for that later if and when you, God forbid, should have to actually, you know, look for some of those because of some other events taking place, right? And that's a word curse, but it's really a call to some sort of maturity that maybe at least this person that we keep talking about has never really kind of like met yet. Okay, I don't want to speak ill of the collective member, right? But I mean, if we're being honest, maybe it's a little bit on both sides, because how do you know if you know something until you know it, right? And if I do say so myself, if this is your first child, I mean, that's probably the scariest child to have out of all of them that you could, because you really just don't know anything, right? How would you until you have to know it? So you guys make the journey what it is or will be for you, okay? Make it pleasant, and you know, realize it for the blessing that it is, all right? Inclusive of that bambina, okay? So that's what I have for pile number 2. I feel like that's so specific, you guys, that you know, whoever that message is for, if you don't know, shoot, you will. Give it a few months. No, let me stop. Let me stop. All right. So the bell has rung. The final ring here for this live stream, you guys. Okay, let's see. You got Sage Sky. That's awesome. Okay, I see your question there. And give me 1 second here, babe, just to check. All right, I think we're. All right, here we go. Okay, so let me see here. Okay, let's see. Sky, I want you to start, instead of putting his name, put your name there, because it's really, that's the root of it, that what you're asking. I need you to get your head wrapped around that. All right, I'm not coming for you. I love you and I believe in you. Okay, I want you to get that though, because it's going to really give you a peace of mind that you deserve. Okay. And peace meaning peace, Peace, right? Not Piece, okay? Not like a piece of my mind, right? No, like peace, like, oh, like you're, right? Because that's what's going to open the channel. It's literally you to you, all right? So, have you been taking the right steps to raise the vibes and invite in a more communicative state and love with yourself? Because unless and until you do that, how would you for Lenny? Make sense? I'm asking the tarot, just so you know, but I really want you to get that. I was really praying for you earlier. It's so funny. I do that, and then you come on. That's. I feel like I say that every time you call on. Like, I was thinking of you earlier. I did that to Fiona one time too. I was like, "Oh, Fiona, I put on the sweater," and then Fiona comes on and she goes, and she's so kind. She's like, "Oh, love, I love your sweater," and I'm like, "Oh my gosh." Well, we got a very intuitive Queen of Cups coming out in answer yes, Sky. And Four of Wands, I know you know what that means. Also yes, in the bottom of the deck, in spite of any sorrowful energy that you're rocking with, okay? So be mindful you guys are in charge, okay? I'm not saying it like, oh, don't have emotions. All I'm saying is, if and when you check in and it's too much, you gotta ground. If and when you check in and you are still so beside yourself, okay, you need to ask for assistance from divine forces, perhaps, right? And also do your part to know that you are safe, to know that you are capable, to know that you are supported, right? Even if no one else on earth can get that, you can get that, Sky, okay? All right, because it's the truth. All right. Well, love and light, babe. Okay, let me see here. The next person I see is Fiona. The question on your mind, is it a yes or a no? Is yes or no a question, Fiona? No, let me stop. Let me stop. All right. Actually, interestingly enough, they can be. Yes. No. Right? I just answered my own question. But all right, I'm doing it, Fiona. Don't worry. I just keeping myself awake while I wait for this one card to come out. 79 days later. I'm all parched on the live stream, like, oh. Well, here's the sitch. If you were feeling like maybe you should take a risk, do something different, do something new perhaps, or react that way, okay? However, it's most aptly stated, because I have no idea what the heck your question is here, so here's the cards. It's a yes, okay? With a side of risky, full behavior, okay? Because that's what was on the bottom of the deck, Fiona, was that full card, all right? Yes, we're sweater girls, Fiona, that's true. I love sweaters too. But yeah, that was so funny. You're very welcome, Fiona, when that happened. Fiona, email me your question for, because I know you can't make it to the moderator meeting, but I want to honor, you the way that you honor me, right? And I at least want to figure something out. I can at least get you a link, maybe, right? If you can't join us on our super awesome, super elite private moderator sessions, I get it. Okay. All right. So, ooh, let's see here. What you talking about, Freaky Day? Okay. Okay, now which day of the week is Yo Day? I'm sorry, I almost couldn't even hold in the laughter to get that one out. That was so funny. I just wanted to say it. Don't mind me, Freaky Day. All right, here, I got you, though. That was so funny. I was like, which day? Every day is my day. Which day is Yo Day? Oh. I need some sleep, huh? I'm just like over here whacked out. Like, it's okay. It's Friday, right? We'll just. I don't know about y'all, but I had a really long week. Like, I really did the damn thing. Like, each freaking day. All right. It's like every day's Yo Day. I know that's true. Let me ask clarification, because what is okay? Well, okay, got that immediately. So we've got the Hermit card, okay, Freaky J, and it's coming out in answer, right? Referable to yes no format as no, but hear me out, because that ain't it. Hold on one second. This person, I don't know. I'm just getting that you are a little bit more mature than this person. And I don't know if you intentionally do this, Jay, or not. Because, you know, it really could be really unintentional, right? So that's why I say it that way. But this person is like triggered on the strength of just, you know, of course, you being amazing, right? And so I don't know if it's because you are like who you are, doing what you do, as well as going towards the things that you want to do. There's some aspect of maybe even just what all else is going on in your current energies, in your current path, where it's like it's kind of really reflecting back on them, where they're like, should I be actually doing more? Like, should I, you know, kind of like, should I maybe take more steps towards, you know, whatever, right? Whatever they think that they should be having going on. I don't know if it's triggering some sort of like inner conflict for this person, and that's what you're picking up on, right? Because I'm not getting that, you know, Jay's got the freaking boxing gloves on, talking about I got next, right? Like, okay, we're gonna go pound for pound and round for round at anything, right? I'm getting that, you know, you just are focused, you just are you, right? You aren't somebody that is just going to dim your light for anyone or anything. You're not going to not say your piece or speak your mind, right? And all aspects of you could just be really daunting towards this person right now. And that's why we got the Hermit card coming out talking about, you know, it's giving, hold up, whoa, I need a second. Hold up, I need to think about this. Like, hold up, what else did you do? What else are you saying you talking about now? What else is working out for you now, kind of thing? I don't know if there's jealousy or some form of I mean, this person just seems to be, you know, they could even owe you an apology and just know that they should, whether you know that or not. God, is this that same person? Because now why am I looking at the Seven of Swords again? Is that same person? Oh, you confronted her. Okay. Yeah, because you know what? This could be circling back around from some other incarnation, because I do see soulmate energy here. Of course, it's not like the kumbaya kind necessarily, right? And it actually could be connecting back to this tower moment energy, right? The energy. It's not even like an event, it's like the energy. Connecting with that lies, deception, trickery, cheating, uh enemy disguised as friends. Yeah, I don't, it's not that same person, Jay, because now I'm like, not everybody in your energy could be like, oh, it is the same. No, we don't like that one. No, the same cards are coming out. Hell no. Girl, what? What? Don't say, you don't even have to speak to that. Keep it moving, because they look, it's like they know they're guilty. And every time I ask about what, it goes back to the lies, deception, or the cheating. I don't know exactly what all, you know, but you know what you got. Yeah, Spirit saying strength card energy to the death. Okay. Because this ain't it. That's not the vibe. Right? You gotta dead that. It's just gonna go around and around. This could be connected to past life energy, because maybe they didn't learn the lesson and you have. Oh, leave them where they're at. That's okay. You go do you. Successful and, you know, magnanimous as ever, as you please, unapologetically. Just saying. Yeah. Yeah, keep that moving, cause man, all day. Yeah, what you need? How many faces you need for just one person to be around? Which one would you talk to and when? That's like when you see like the celebrities. This is like my worst fear. Like you like on TV and you're like, where's the camera? Is it this? Is it this angle? Like is I do that enough on here. I can't even see. I'm like trying so hard to like try to find the eye contact zone. It's like there's not one. I look all over the fucking phone. I tried so. I even had a whole session with my kid. I'm like, let's get this straight now. I don't really want to come across disingenuous. I just don't know where to look. I'm over here like collective. The thing is, not even in the frame. Oh, it's the light, Fiona. Shoot, you know, moths. and you know, all of it. You know what it is. It's the light. It's the light. You guys, this life is far more spiritual. So in the spirit realm, you're like ginormous glowing orbs of, you're not really just an orb, but I'm just saying, could you imagine? Like you know, it's like all of a sudden it's like, here goes Jay, here goes Collective, everybody, right? It's like, of course, even just your eyes just followed it across the screen. It's just a freaking candle. Now imagine what you do. You know what I'm saying? If I do say so myself, because shoot, y'all are big stuff. That's why I'm like, you can get this manifestation. You are too much divinity. You know too much. You are too much. Not to do the most, right? Okay? They gonna run tell it like we doing too much anyway. Might as well. But in the highest vibrational sense, not in the messy sense, right? Right. She hid. Man, that's a whole... You know, I was thinking about this earlier. I was like, every op right now is just telling on themselves. Like with this, on the other side of that eclipse, the eclipse alone, the retrogrades alone, multiple alone, right? Freaking Virgo full moon alone, right? It's too much. Like, it's so obvious, even if words are not spoken, okay? So you just let them tell, let them show their ass, okay? Because really, it's just empowering and beneficial to us anyhow. There's no losing on the menu for chosen ones. So serious, okay? And everybody knows it. I think that's why they can't help but show their ass. It's like, you know, it's like you can't really expect them to be like, all right, I give up, you know, I realize that you're the winner here, blah, blah, blah. No. But what they're going to do is spaz the F out when they realize, even internally, without words, that that's literally the case. You're the winner here. Right? Right. Okay. So you guys better act like it so you live out like it. Right? Okay. All right. So we're good on, I think we're good on the free yes, no, right? Much love and light, Sky. Thank you for thinking and sending light. I appreciate you as well, babe. Of course, of course. All right. You guys have a wonderful we say that's probably why I need to be asleep in beauty. Eat me. Did I oh my goodness. Hold on, eat me. Hold on. Uh-oh. Let me see. Okay. Ooh. Okay, let me see. Say how many? Okay, so eat me. The way you phrase your question, I'm over here like, okay, so how many secret admirers you got that you know you don't like? Because the way you posed that question, it was so specific. He was over there with 3 admirers talking about, I don't want any of these. Is there another one? All right, Eden, you better get that stable ready. The way you talking, chaps and all. Shoot. Okay, let me see. Let me see, Eden. I'm still rocking with that stable. Okay. So, on the other side of you, balancing aspects of self, this is all about the many conversations that any one of us can choose to have with ourselves, to selves, about selves, right? Really talking about balancing, making decisions, understanding what you want versus what you don't want, and keeping the believability that what you want wants you. It's giving a yes. Archangel Michael may be of some assistance to you at this time because the Ace of Swords specifically is particularly most often connected to the Sword of Archangel Michael. And the reason why I say that as well is because we originally had the Hierophant card coming out as one of those maybes. But really rounding out the message, okay? And it really is what I've already just stated. Okay, much love and light, eat me. So sorry, babe. I didn't really intentionally skip you or have you wait that long. But really, this starts with you and your clarity and your sensibility about self here, eat me. Keep going because greater days are up ahead, irregardless of love. Okay, I'm so serious, babe. You guys, I believe in you. Okay, I really want to know that you guys believe in you too. That's really what's gonna make my whole night. All right. So please, even if you don't tell me, I just need you to know that you know that you know you are amazing, you are worthy, you are here with purpose. Okay. It's really the truth. And you guys, how many times have you not known the truth, but it was still true? Right? Again, going back to that, how do you know if you know something until you know it? That's why we ask that you do the work so that you know your worth. It's very important because so are you. All right. That's what I have for you guys. Thanks for hopping on with me. And thank you for believing in me. My daughter is busy and blessed. So I'll just, I try to just allow her to be her own person. I do miss her though, and I'm sure I will connect with her soon. But she's got her life now, and I'm grateful to be able to say that. Because it took a while, in a new area, completely new coast, as it were, right? It wasn't an overnight situation where, all of a sudden all the people that she knows and loves currently were in her actual uh, physicality, right? But now it seems like she's got a whole host of people that really are good for her and good to her. And I'm very grateful for that because you know what? That was answered prayer, if I do say so myself. So, who am I to, on the other side of receiving answered prayer, go, oh, no, no, I've always been a pretty independent person anyhow. And, so I'm always grateful when I do see aspects of my kid, who will always forever and a day be my baby, of course, right? But when I do see aspects of my kid just actually really owning up to her path, right? And of course, I do my best to guide her in the ways that I'm able to and assist her in the ways that I can. But we can't always be there for our kids. I'm sure many of you know that. Okay. And it's really important that you do, always kind of live by the understanding that what you do actually put out there will come back to not only you, but your children, right? And I was always of a mindset to kind of like adopt, right? Along the way, because I knew that there would be points in the path as well where I wouldn't be able to physically or maybe even emotionally be there for my child in the ways that I know I would if capable, right? And so again, just subscribing back to that, everything you put out kind of comes back. It does my heart good when I see tangible evidence of that and good people in my daughter's life. So thanks for asking about her, and I am mindful to tell her, when the collective does send love and light her way, and she's always very appreciative of that. So please don't think or feel otherwise. But she's been having midterms and all. So, I figure, you know what, when you finally get out of class, when you finally get all of that workload done, go do you, So, I'm excited to update you more on her. But I gotta update myself first, I think, really. So give me some time on that. I'm sure I'll hear from her soon. But thank you guys so much for asking and sending love and light, and much love and light to you and your own as well. I'm mindful that I don't really always, and it's kind of purposefully, if I do say so myself, because I'm very protective over my collective. I don't always make mention of your own children on here, you guys, but I'm very mindful to keep them protected in prayer and in petitions, of course, and of course, as spirit leads, I do the same as well. So, please don't think or feel otherwise. I just am very protective, and I've seen a lot of things just inside the court system, outside the court system, inside and out in the streets. And I just, I figure you guys understand and most likely share my sentiment in that I don't really like to, really talk about, I don't want to say like weaknesses, but quite frankly, those that we know and love the most, and often almost always include children if you have them. I'm mindful not everybody does, right? But I'm very protective over my collective, and especially the children. And that's why I say all the time, you guys, this stuff is not for them. Thank you for keeping them out of earshot, because I'm not here to traumatize anybody, and I'm damn sure not here to traumatize anyone's kid, okay? And I never really know what all the channeling will speak of as well. So, but thank you so much for even caring, right? Because do you know how many people just don't, right? So thank you, and please know that I care the same for you and yours, not just you, right? We're all in this together, and if I do say so myself, it does take a village, a global one, if you can imagine that, right? And I'm grateful that you guys are part and parcel of my global village, as it were. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for loving and lighting me as well as each other. It's so important, you guys, and so needed. And I'm looking at the timer, and it's 14430. All right, so that might be some number of some significance. Hello, 144, right? And then, of course, that Ascended Master vibe, basically, I mean, maybe 3 off, okay? But we had the 1-3. I know we didn't have 33, but I also know just the same we do have Yeshua with us always and in all ways, especially those connected to my collective. All right, if I do say so myself. You guys have been great. And I want you to rest up, because tomorrow's another day and we've got another live stream, or maybe 2. All right. I'm excited, and I'm really grateful for you guys. I really hope you know that. Okay. Thank you for bearing with me, referable to the live stream rules and all of that jazz. I just get very indignant when I'm seeing people just intending to really remain selfish. And I'm not here for selfish people. And I'm not calling anyone out in the collective selfish. Just going again back to that trend, that I've been seeing. And moderators will most likely brush over. So I'm going to meditate on some other remedies here or something, because I just want it to just be clean and function and orderly, so I can get on here and do what I came to do. And hopefully others really kind of participate in that or click off, right? I mean, because I don't know whatever else I could say on that matter. But thank you guys, you are amazing, and I really, really do mean this. Okay, much love and light. Did we set a meeting date? Right, did we? We did not. I thought we did. Hold on. I could try to do it I could try to do it this weekend, whether tomorrow or Sunday. So you guys email me and let me know your preference, and then general consensus will win. Fiona, I get it. You can't join, but at least ask me a question, okay, so that I can get a reading on an energetic update or whatever may come out for you, okay? Because I don't want you just left out, right? Oh my gosh. I'm sorry you got into that, Fiona. You're very welcome, Eat Me. I just saw you say thank you, babe. Sorry about that. Oh, he got a B in his spelling. That's so great. I loved spelling. Aw. Did you like spelling, Freaky J? Does he get that from you? By any chance? That's so I love the spelling. Oh my gosh, that makes me you guys, did you see this is an old movie. What was it called? Did you guys see that movie Aquila and the Bee? I love that movie. I'm sorry, babe. That's not okay. Racism is not okay. Yes, Aquila and the Bee. I love that. The way I watched that movie, like, a little bit too much, probably. It's just, it's just such a beautiful story, right? Love and Light Aisha. And right. Oh, I just heard. Okay, you guys are probably gonna laugh at me, but I was at the gym earlier, and I just heard about this Johnny Depp movie, which I was like, what, huh? Like, what? When was that? and I think it's called Transcendence. You aced English in college? Yeah, I figured. Okay. Yeah, you're so me coded, I swear. Because that's so, like, I love spelling. I literally had at one point been considered deficient in math. Like, I have a math deficiency, but freaking English, grammar, punctuation, oh, I got you, babe. Like, we could read books. But math, I'm like, okay. I got better with it over the years, and like the angel numbers synchronicities really do help. I'm like reducing them down, like, okay, all right, no worries. But like in general, me and Nav, we're not besties. Unless we're talking like counting racks, right? Then of course I'm still gonna be double checking with my freaking calculator or something, all right? Because just going off the cuff ain't it. Okay, I'm so serious. You suck at math too. What is with that? I think it's maybe like a thing. It's like you either have one or the other. I don't know. Same for you, Fiona. That's funny. All right, Aisha. Welcome. Okay, bear with. I was gonna hop off and I'm just chit chatting. Don't mind me. So let's get to your. Let's see about Chris. Oh my goodness, all of this fighting. Let me see here. This is for Aisha. One moment. What is this? Is this person... See, let me not drag him. Wait, hold on. Do you know if you have ever seen this person and maturity in the same room? Or in the same room? Sorry. I'm like too busy trying not to laugh to get the freaking... it's just it's giving this person needs to grow up a little bit. Like, how are you going to act like you wanted to start some ish to see if my collective member cares enough, while imagining them in some tawdry condition? Yeah, exactly. Think before you act. I think here, honey bun, that your answer is definitely connected to yes, affirmative energy, right? Man, is this your counterpart? What the hell? Spirit said cut the deck, and it went to the Empress. This person, even if they're your counterpart, right? Like, I'm so serious. I'm not trying to be funny. They need balanced out. They're not even able to stay in your energy. You're too grounded. You're too mature. You're coming out as the Queen of Swords. I don't know if that's the normal course for you coming out in tarot for your energy, but you're being asked to walk away. All right. That was already with the tarot, but now this card talking about I think we should slow down. And Spirit saying this person needs to think before they act. This person is talking about I imagine you naked and maybe wants to get you drunk, maybe even again, or lit, okay? But the whole time, very jealous person. Hot, cold, yes, no. Will you yield to my beck and call, right? And that's so toxic, it's not even appealing, right? Like, how does this guy, knowing all of that, still even look good to you? You know what I mean? But I get it, there's a pull here because there's some sort of spiritual and or past life connection. Ugh, I know, I get it. Very frustrating. This person is wondering, like, if they lost all aspects of potentiality with you. And I think before you even try to answer that one, you need some time for yourself. That's what I'm getting. Right? Just to clear your head so that you understand some of those next moves and why. Because this person would be the type to actually test you on your whys. And you would need to know and remember your whys so that you're not actually falling for their whims or wishes in the matter. Or making or actioning out their decisions for you, which would not be okay. That would be toxic, okay? And your divine guidance team, divinity, is not going to allow for you to just be pushed around. That's for sure. what that person's thinking with the hot cold. You know what I mean? Like, how uncool is that, Aisha, right? Like, not you, but like this person. Like, ew. Not to be rude, but I mean, could you imagine like having someone so amazing, right? So par for the course of wish fulfillment, like you, Aisha, right? And you just either get that and can't handle it, or you don't get it and so you're not handling it. Either way, it's giving ill, like thank you next, right? So even if, Aisha, you know this person to literally be your counterpart, like I don't know how many readings you got, how the normal course is for the card indicators for you versus this person, because I did have both the Emperor and the Empress come out, okay, which also speaks to potentiality for pregnancy. So if this person is having access to you and then leaving, and that, please be mindful. Firstly, just to not be that one. And secondly, if you can't not be that one, to really at least protect yourself physically, so that you're not really bringing some other aspects into the fold here, when really this person needs to be grounded and should be left alone at least for a minute. Okay, just so serious. So serious. Because that's not, yeah. It's almost like, I don't know. I don't want to say that. Just know your worth and add the tax. Yeah. Time apart is something that is necessary, right? You guys, even tower moments can be necessary, right? If you see them come out in the tarot, it's not always like a, oh no, I'm on punishment, right? I'm being spanked by the divine universe. No, often it's protection. It's like, okay, your whole spiritual guidance team is going, okay, okay, okay. She doesn't see it yet, but all right. So we're just, you know what? He can't come now. Like he can't call, and he's not going to be around. So because she doesn't get that, he's not really either the one or ready, right? And again, it's not punishment. It's not like, ha ha, your spiritual guidance team is there in some form of ethereal, peanut gallery with their popcorn, watching and cackling at your failures at life. No, if anything, you're just literally being protected, because, we come here on the other side of some veil energy initially, and unless and until you really gain clarity on someone or anything, right, you just maybe necessarily don't have the clarity, so no one's coming for you making fun of you or anything, right? But you got to be mindful sometimes, you guys, when you're like backs up against the wall and you're just not getting what you want, what you're intentioning, that maybe that's for great reason, even though logically it doesn't make sense, right? But the divine is the ultimate strategist and ultimate protector, all right? So who are we to get in the way of its functionality, in spite of it going against our wishes for the time being? But then again, you guys, how many times have you really swore up and down to the moon and back you wanted someone, something, and then on the other side of, ooh, there's that word again, clarity, you go, hell no, I'm good, thank you, next. All right, guys, so just so serious, right? That's what I have for you, Aisha. All right. Um, yes, give him space and claim your peace, okay? You know what's another, you guys, if you want, I see you talking about movies. Watch should I even say this? Watch Being John Malkovich, John Malkovich or Malkovich. So sorry. Wait, hold on a second. Um and let me know what you think. If you I feel like you guys haven't seen that one yet. Let me just make sure I have the right title. Yeah, it's a 1999 film, right? And the way that the genre is comedy slash fantasy is pretty on point. But you guys watch Being John Malkovich. Sorry, I couldn't remember if it was Vic or, gosh, my phone. All right. So, anyways, just speak it into the talk text if it's his last name is weird. Actually, the title of the movie is odd, but then again, the whole thing is kind of like a fever dream with like some giggles in there and some sex. So there's that, right? So I don't know, like I don't know what I would watch tonight if I were you guys, but I know Transcendence with Johnny Depp is something that sounded interesting to me. I didn't really get all aspects of. Let me just make sure that's the name. Transcendence. Wait, hold on. Transcendence. Okay, so that was from 2014, and it's a sci-fi thriller with Johnny Depp. I had no idea. Like, I feel slighted. Like, I have to work through this because I really need. Maybe I'll watch that tonight, you guys. Transcendence with Johnny Depp. Mm. But really, I was actually telling the guy at the gym, I was like, here's the sitch though, because I think he was talking about like Pirates of the Caribbean and all that. I never really like soaked all that in. I don't know that I had the desire to. But if you do like Pirate Johnny by any chance, check out Don Juan DeMarco. That's also Johnny Depp, right? But and he's more like he's not really a pirate. He's more like a Zorro type of figure. He's not Zorro though. But and that, oh man, for a time was one of my favorite movies. I also enjoyed Fear. That was another 90s movie. I don't know why they're all referencing the 90s, but with Mark Wahlberg. Oh my god, that roller coaster scene. Yeah, that was wow. That was progressive for the time, I think, as well. I was like, oh my god, they're really putting this porn on the thing. But yeah. Oh, you did. Okay, so you got it. Yeah, being John Malkovich. Yes. And some send over some of that shrimp. No, let me stop. Oh, 21 I did want to see. Is that the one? Wait, hold on. It's about poker though. That's not the one. There was another one with the Mini Coopers. Oh, there's so many. See, I want to watch all these movies and then having time or like the ability to like stay awake. It's like, it's funny. So I'll probably just go fall asleep to a movie in a few here anyways. Oh, another good one, which is a really, really old one, like it's before even my time. I don't know if I mentioned it, but it's called The Fly with Jeff Goldblum. And it's so long ago, man's had long hair and looked freaking like Mediterranean or something. I was like, that's Jeff. Oh, I love that you guys are having fun in the chat. All right, I will leave you to it. I'm gonna hop off and I don't know, maybe find a flick myself. But happy hunting in movie land, as it were, if that's part of your to-do list tonight, you guys. I love you guys, and you are amazing, and I look forward to chatting with you tomorrow. Thanks for everything. I really mean that. I really appreciate you. Wait, what's charade? What do you mean, charade love? Charade. Charade. Oh, it's a movie? Ooh, okay. Nighty night, Freaky J. All right. Charade. Okay. Also, I don't know if I told you guys to watch Last Night in Soho. Did anyone watch that one? You watched it, Fiona, or are you talking about Charade now? Because I don't know. There might be a lag in the chat. So good, that movie. Oh my goodness. Did you watch Last Night in Soho, you mean? Because I think oh, you only heard of it? Oh my god. All right. Well, that's another one. Just saying. All right. Let me hop. I could be at this for another 13 hours, you guys. But definitely keep an eye out for other movies to recommend to your girl, and I definitely will do the same as I think of them. Maybe I should start making a list. We have like a movie club. That'd be fun. All right. Much love and light, you guys. Have a wonderful night.